Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm going to... Sorry about that. I've had a tickle in my throat most of the morning. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just continue on like normal. Got an unfavorite Botany Bay there, as you can see. It turned to those gold stars. I guess you have to restart the app or something. But we're only doing level 5, so we've got 64 left. And then last time we left off with the one, there we go, Eddie Rides again. That's kind of inspired by Iron Maiden because of their mascot, Eddie. I only hit the E on that note instead of the B as well to make it the 5 chord. Yeah, right there is where I was talking about yesterday, where it's 2 bars. You only hit the downbeat of the first one. There's nothing else there, so you have to keep that tempo internally to make sure you hit it right. And because I got that solo, unfavoriting it is when I continue, even though it doesn't say 3 gold stars. When I go back, it's all gold. So, next up, I guess we'll just move on to the next one because I need to do some chords, and it's just an easy way to pick the next song. I might need to tune. Options, tuner. Good enough. With bass, I've always found it a best practice to double check your tuning because the tension on the bass strings is higher than it is like on guitar, or like when I came from the orchestra side, much higher than the violins. And because that tension is a whole lot higher, tuning the other strings pulls on the wood differently, and so then you got to double check to make sure it's still in tune, because sometimes it still isn't properly in tune. That one was a lot easier than most of the level 5 songs that use chords. Sometimes they're nice and easy like that. Other times they're a lot more difficult. But as we were just doing, going on to the next song in a row.
You are such a special part of my life. I could almost call you my wife. Your words cut through my heart like a knife. No all tricks to keep me satisfied. I love to touch you on your neck. You have the smoothest body ever made. Before I met you, my love was a wreck. Now I know love will live in the shade. The first time we met was over a dream. I hung onto your saddle when we shipwrecked over the seas.
The rhythm on this
Used you as a paddle.
is a little tricky to sight read. That was a mess. Wrong holiday, but oh well. Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
You are such a special part of my life. I could almost call you my wife. Your words cut through my heart like a knife. No all tricks to keep me satisfied. I love to touch you on your neck. You have the smoothest body ever made. Before I met you, my life was a wreck. Now I no longer live in the shade. The first time we met was over a dream.
And I'm playing through the rest of the song
Onto your side.
because you have to finish the song in order for it to count your progress.
Over the seas, I used you as a paddle. There's so many things we've done together. Thanks for being a friend.
I hit the wrong string, I guess.
Happy Valentine's Day, my guitar. Ooh, my guitar. Ooh, my guitar.
And as I'm playing, overall it sounds louder, like the computer, than last time. So I'm just double checking the sound level that my computer has. It says 28, which is what it was last time. So maybe it's just me. I'm going to unfavorite and continue. Just again, because since I got the first section, the verse, it is all gold. And now it's the same song, but it's using chords. If I don't get it this time, I will move on, just because I don't really want to play the same song again and again and again. Especially when I got one of them right.
You are such a special
The rhythm's a lot slower than I thought it would be. That's why I messed up that one that you saw was red. Not sure why some of my C's weren't sounding very well. I'm thinking I was accidentally doing a dead note on the high E. I know I said I wasn't going to do it, but because it was easy enough, I think I can get the verse this time and just be done with it. That's what I'm going to do. I like having that before every song that really uses the chords.
You are such a special part of my life. I could all you knew.
I did the same exact thing. I played way too fast. I did the rhythm that comes later was in the other one that was more the melody. I really like that train in the beginning though, just because it helps you know what chords you're going to play and then make sure you're playing them right. Sets you up for success for that song. You're probably tired of the song too. I'm sorry. There we go. I still need to work on that transition to the F from D. Even though sometimes it'll say that I'm good on it, I'm still usually missing one of the frets. Usually the C on the A string. Yeah, so still usually good enough for it to say that I'm right. Where I don't have anything wrong, I just don't have all the frets fretted. So like when I switch to the F, a lot of times I don't have my ring finger on that C until like the second or third strum of that chord. But yeah, so I got that verse. And that should be finished. Just double checking myself. And we'll go on to the Sloop John B. Pretty sure the Beach Boys did a version of this song too.
So hold on yourself. See how it makes sense. Come on, to the shore, let me go home. I want to go home. I want to go home tonight. I feel so cold. I want to go home.
I don't know why it's saying to use the first finger there. Before that, fingered bass. I think it's fingered bass. That root note, or the bass note, sorry. So, if you don't know the theory, I'm not super great into theory, but that's an F chord, right? I'm muting the E, and then C is on the A string, so that would be the bass note, the lowest note in the chord. But the root note is F, because it's an F chord. That's what names the chord. Sure, there's some more technicality to it, but so I think it's fingered bass is the term. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. Just where it's the where you're playing that bass note, and then the chord. And then also on some of these with the strumming patterns, you'll see me or hear me play a little bit differently, just to try to make sure that Yousician picks up the notes properly. Because a lot of times on strumming patterns, it won't hear the notes. Like, it'll think you're holding the note or that you don't strum or something, and even though you play it, it'll count it as wrong. And so that's why a lot of times, if I do something weird with my technique with Yousician, in terms of like the sound, or like if I'm just doing a lot of down picks, sometimes it's because Yousician doesn't always pick up those notes very well. Like if I'm alternating, a lot of times, because it's that same pitch, it won't hear the attack of the note, and so that's why you might hear me do something like that to try to make each note more distinct, so that way Yousician picks it up. I know it's kind of reinforcing a bad habit, but like I can alternate like that and go like that without trying to make them each staccato with my left hand. And so it's just something I'm consciously aware of, which helps me to make sure I can learn how not to do it later, or just make sure I don't do it later, because I already know how not to do it. But in order to get the gold stars, it's just something I've got to do. We've gone through quite a lot today. And so that's just something else that highlights that Yousician isn't perfect, and is a tool, and you should listen to and evaluate your own playing as well. Something that I've been doing by going back and checking these streams, because like I mentioned last time, the stream, just the technical stuff, I'm going back and making sure stuff is synced properly. I'm making tweaking between the streams, and then I'm checking the effect of that after the next stream, just because it can be kind of it feels kind of defeating whenever you work on it for a few hours like I did last night after I did the stream, and you still don't have it quite right. So it's nice to be able to take that break mentally from it, just change one thing. If it's not quite right, next time change it again until you get it right, and then move on. That way it's not spending a few hours, still haven't made any progress like I did yesterday. So that'll be my approach moving forward, is just check it, change one thing until I get it right, and then move on to the next. Like this one, I've changed the synchronization of the audio to try to have things more properly synced. That's enough talking. Let's get back to playing. There's not a whole lot more playing time left. Hopefully this chord trainer is not all that we've got. Oh, that's E, not A. I haven't seen E major in a good while. It's always been E minor lately. Right here. Those D's were better. There's definitely work I need to do there. New personal best, so I've definitely improved since the last time I did that. Don't remember when. But let's play again. Ooh, let us do it, and I'll skip that. I was going for A major, not A minor. Yeah, that was good. now that we're above that 15 for sure, it's not going to let us continue on. And we did even better. Yeah, if I try to play something, I've used all my time. So, with that, some of the stuff I really need to work on that I noticed, feel free to comment more if you want. I kept hitting the B string. So I've got to work on the accuracy of how far I go. Yeah, I kept hitting the B there, but trying to make sure that I don't only hit that E note on the D string and dead noting that G. I need to make sure and then with the length of the notes there, I'm not sure if I need to be muting that open G, because it looks like the G is not supposed to keep ringing throughout. But also, if I am, I'm not sure of the technique to do that. Because that'd be kind of weird to always mute it and then go back. Something like that, maybe, where I keep using the rest of my fingers to come down and just mute the strings in between each. I'm not sure, but that is it for this time. Thank you so much for